Let me tell you guys how I took this busted old pickup truck and turned it into this in less than an hour's time. I will walk you through each step here. I used a rinseless wash to get all the dirt and junk off of that. That took about 20 minutes to get this bad boy cleaned up. Then I took all the paint transfer off with medium urethane reducer, wiped it down with wax and grease remover to prep. Now it's time to apply the good stuff. We're talking about shiny car stuff. This is a self-leveling clear coat. It is high gloss. It is easy to use. You just have to keep a wet edge. So a lot of these clips are longer clips because a lot of people are like, oh, you only show 30-second clips. So I'm going to have some slowed down things here so you can see how it's working on this beat up pickup truck. And I will also show Adam's reaction at the end. Adam was super cool to let us work on his car, and I only charged him 400 shine bucks for this job. So it's it's a good deal for both parties here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to coat everything on this truck. I'm talking about the bumper. I'm talking about chrome. I'm talking about mirrors. I'm talking about anything that can possibly get coated. We're going to coat it just to see huge before and after results. I'll slow some portions down so you guys can see it penetrating, that kind of thing. The biggest thing I would say is just work in sections. Make sure you keep a wet edge. Make sure that edge is, it's never getting dry on the panel. You always have to keep it flowing. It's really not that hard. Just kind of see the technique I'm using, and if you want to use a similar one, great. Definitely practice on one single panel because you don't want to wipe it all over your car and then mess up, because it is difficult to get off the car after about 20-30 minutes. Within 20 or 30 minutes, you can take it off with wax and grease remover very, very easily. And that is the way I would like for most people to do it. If you don't like the way it looks, take it off with wax and grease remover. Obviously, I dropped my rag there, so I had to edit that out. But yeah, I'm just kind of piecing it together, and you can kind of see that, what doesn't come out is base coat damage. This is a big scratch here. So some people might think that's base coat damage, and some of it is, but I would say about 90-95% better after we go over it. So I will be revisiting this vehicle maybe tomorrow after it's cured. I might go back because obviously all of that touch up that needs done is killing me. So I have to wait for it to cure, and I'm going to go back and touch it up. The alternate is you could touch it up before you go over this if you know how to look for base coat damage, and then you could touch it up and then clear coat over top of it. So I hope that you get to see all these clips and you kind of understand how it works, and you can use it in a lot of different ways. And also you'll get to see an actual customer reaction versus the standard, just quick clip, hype clip type thing. So I really want to show you that we are out here working on really bad vehicles, and we're also out here working on not so bad vehicles. But when we get really bad ones, I like to show you like how we piece them together and the value that you can add for just a little bit amount of time and money. So that's the before around the truck. This is the after. And then we'll walk Adam out and hear what his reaction is to the entire process of shiny car stuff, bumper to bumper, from wash and prep to application. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Bye.
Wow, you've got a huge difference.
Yeah, and that's kind of the goal, is like, the worse the better. Obviously, any of the base coat. So if I came back in 48 hours, like I haven't painted, don't touch it yet. He'll give it a little like fingerprint, but 24 hours it's gonna be cured. 48 hours, you could start to wash it, that kind of stuff. So I could come back tomorrow, like when we do that car over there.
Oh, that looks ridiculous.
And I could I have a paint mixing system, just mix up all this touch-up paint and then just add to the video. Say, hey, after it's cured, we went back through and touched up, a lot of this stuff with the same paint code. And then like the bumper that's faded out, like you can go in there and just
yeah, that's a lot different.
And piece it together. I even did like the trailer hitch, that kind of thing. The only piece I missed was this piece here, yeah, the plug.